Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Atlantis Wasn't Built for Tourists, issue number 3. This is an independent comic book for Scout Comics. This isn't one of the big two. This isn't even one of the almost big three. It's a small little tiny comic book company, small little tiny comic, and I'm loving this. I'm loving this. It's funny, I remember when the creator was actually talking about, I hope the book sells. I don't know if the book is selling, but I do know that it should. It definitely should be. Guys, get on this comic book because it's freaking fantastic. The first issue already went to second print, so your chance of getting a first edition, good luck on that. But damn it, this is really, really good. And if you're waiting for the trade paperback to come out, I highly recommend pre-ordering it. I'm going to tell you why after I tell you who made the book. Eric Palicki is the writer, creator, artist Wendell Cavalcanti, Mark Dale on colors, and Sean Lee doing the letters. The cover artist is Emily Pearson, and this is a Scout Comics production, baby. So we start off exactly where we left off. This unfortunately brings me into probably I think this is the only complaint that I really have on the comic book is that there's no recap. Granted, we're still in the first arc. I get it, only issue number 3 of brand newly created characters. Who's going to jump on this comic book at issue 3, right? No excuse. John Byrne rule. Every single comic book that you make is someone's first comic book, not just their first time reading this book. This might very well be somebody's first comic book somewhere in the world at some point or another, and they jump on this and they don't know what's going on. That problem. There needs to be a recap page. You could put it right there on the main page, just a single paragraph, right? A couple lines of text just saying previously what happened, because it also tells you the people's names, it tells you the plot so far, it gives you an idea, so you even if you're jumping in this fresh, you're not jumping in this without knowing how deep it went. Anyway, we start off with exactly where we left off. The sheriff is taking this, but he hands the shovel over. It's like this shovel is apparently kryptonite to these lizard people. He takes him back to the car, back to the jail cell. People are walking around. They don't care that the sheriff is pulling this unconscious person that they've seen recently who just saved this. Can you imagine if he shaved the sheriff's daughter? Anyway, he saved the sheriff's daughter. People walking by like, nope, don't look. Keep on walking because it's exemplary of what is actually happening in the book. The whole purpose for him doing this, the reason why he can do this is because he wants a safe town. Now, it is mentioned that there are no black people or any people of color, no persons of color, the POC, in the town, which is interesting. But at the same time, it's also Ohio. I don't know about nowadays, but I remember when I was a kid growing up in the Port Clinton area, there was one black person in the entire town. One black person who went to the school that I went to. And yeah, like there was the joke, which I may or may not have started, that there are more UFO sightings than black people in Port Clinton. So I don't know exactly where they're at. I don't know where Atlantis, Ohio is, but you get my gist. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if there actually is an Atlantis, Ohio. I should have looked that up. Somebody will for me. So anyway, freaking A, dude. We find out the origin of this guy. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact details of this, but I am going to say, because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm going to give you a little tasty taste of what's in this book. If you are an H.P. Lovecraft fan, if you love the works of Howard Philip Lovecraft, you are going to read this and go, holy crap, I hit the mother lode of independent comic books because we have this. Oh my God. I saw the origin story in this issue and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, this is the perfect comic book. I am so in ooh. Guys, get this comic book. Again, if you are an H.P. Lovecraft, if you're into the Cthulhian style horror, ooh, you're going to love this. You're going to absolutely love this book. Is this a horror comic book? It gets a little bit scary-ish. But this versus vampires, there is nothing that Marvel or DC is producing that comes up to this level of freaking excellent. As far as I don't know if there are any, I didn't actually check to see if there are any pages. I know Scout Comics, they send me free PDF copies or whatever, and I don't read PDF copies. So it's nice of them to do that, and I appreciate it. It does give me access to actually put together some images and whatnot, but I hate doing it. It's a lot of extra work. That's something. There's a complaint about Scout Comics in itself. You want me to put up images of your comic book? Bro, I guess it's a good thing that I don't like to... I guess it's a good thing that I don't like to not have the physical copy. I like to buy my comics so I can actually show these. But this is on Scout Comics. If there are no preview images up, it's Scout Comics' fault. So maybe they need to get their butt together and put out 3 to 4 pages, including plus the cover, just like Marvel and DC does, of preview pages for us. But anyway, what do I know? So, dudes, people, community, Comic Book University alumni, grab this comic book. This is real talk coming from me. Holy crap. Like, I could advocate the entire Scout Comics line just based on this one comic book alone. This is not the only Scout comic that I'll be reading this week. I've also got this one. Yeah, you can see it just fine. Oh, and I've also got this one. These are issue number 1s. I will be checking them out. So these reviews are forthcoming. So I'm saying, like, Scout Comics is killing it right now. I'm digging it, and I'm definitely looking for more. Get this book. You need to wait for the trade. Wait for the trade. But pre-order it. Seriously, pre-order it. Let them know you want this to continue. At the very least for my reading pleasures, because I don't want to have to kidnap the writer and make him write comic books for me. Did I say that out loud? No, that's my bad. That's my bad. Anyway, guys, grab the freaking comic book. It's worth it. You're going to love it. I'll talk to you all later. Like the video, watch an ad. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.